So, good evening everybody, we're trying this for the second time. First time did not work at all. Well, no, it worked for 5 minutes. So, I'm Caboose over here. Over here is WarpAngel.
Howdy.
We're going to be playing a very basic level 1, like 30-25 scenario.
Words are hard.
Yeah, I can't brain. From this book, which is First Strike. It's a scenario pack. Published in '96, back when BattleTech was still owned by FASA. And it's a very straightforward attacker-defender. One team wins when no one is left from the other team. So the goal is this guy, which is going to double as our weapons manufacturing plant. The defender gets to pick where that goes on any map edge. The defender is there's an attacking and defending lance. The defenders are Capellans, a catapult, a vindicator, a clint, and a Hermes 2. And the attackers are a trebuchet, a hunchback, a cicada, and an enforcer. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to roll. Odds are defenders, evens are attacker. And we're going to do 2 out of 3. So
Evens. Evens. Odds.
So I'm defending. Since
I have a trebuchet.
I'm gonna put this guy.
A cicada.
Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do?
An enforcer and a hunchback.
I'm gonna put this guy right here by the water. So to speed things along, we're using an optional condition in the scenario in which we drop everybody's gunnery and piloting skill by 1. It will make a playthrough incredibly fast, well, by BattleTech standards. No house rules, nothing fancy or special. I have these movement dice to keep track of things, and we'll see if the camera will focus on them here. This is probably our best bet. You can see, sort of. Alright, focus on my hand first. Nope, it's not going to do it. There we go. You can see where it's got a number of how many hexes you move at the top, and it's got an attacking modifier and a defending modifier. So these are neat because you can just plonk your mech down after you move it. You put this side up behind it in accordance to how it moved or how far it moved. Green is walking, yellow is running, orange is jumping. And they work very well at smoothing out gameplay. So, here are the attacking mechs. Our pick and mix.
Why is it
minis.
you always end up getting a catapult?
It was random, man.
Doesn't matter.
You saw it.
I know.
Besides, the catapult's an awesome mech.
No, awesome is an awesome mech. Everything else is substandard.
I disagree. But so I do 3D print my own minis. I have more or less gotten it perfected. The quality on these is superb.
The scale's a little bit different, though.
The scale is a little bit different. But in BattleTech, scale is kind of an afterthought. If you really want to get right down to it.
Oh, you're telling me my mech doesn't take up a whole 30-meter hex?
Yeah. Or can cross it in 10 seconds. Well, it takes 10 seconds to cross it. Anyway. So, those are our forces. Those are our terms. He's starting in that corner. I'm starting in this corner. You can position yours, I believe, anywhere within 2 hexes of the edge. Let me double check.
2 hexes of which edge? Are we running end to end here?
The attackers start the game off the map. The attacker's home edge is the edge opposite of the defender's home edge. So you come in anywhere on this edge.
Okay.
I'm going to set up over here. Let's see. Oh, so for those not in the know, most of the range profiles of all of the mechs I have are the same. The Clint and the Hermes 2 have an autocannon 5 as their main weapon, which has the same range as the PPC that my Vindicator has. The catapult has 2 LRM-15s as its main weapon. And yeah, so that's going to be kind of a long range run and gun scenario. So I'm going to be doing my best to play through with my official Northwood Highlander dice. And I just have to remember this time that the shield is a 6 and not a 1. Because last time I got confused and I was bombing a lot of rolls and couldn't figure out why. And it was awful. For me. And I lost the game. I almost won. Alright, so initiative first.
7.
9. So you move first.
And to use the movement dice, the runs are the yellows, and he moved between 10 and 17.
Move the Vindicator. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you cannot run through water.
Cannot run into water. You can run when exiting water. He ran and he moved 5 to 6 hexes.
We're going to move this guy. These are both level 2 hexes. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright. And we are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Strangely, they are both moving as quickly as they can.
Yeah, neither one of them are speed demons.
No, it's almost like I got a little bit more tonnage, but didn't get a heavy mech. And I got a bunch of slow mechs with some relatively short range capability, and you have all the long range stuff.
Your Trebuchet's got the same damage profile as the catapult does.
Yeah, 15 tons less.
I mean, you just gotta make use of it best you can. Alright, catapult moved, Vindicator moved. Oh, and I have these sheets from a program called Heavy Metal Pro. Besides having all the mech stats on it, they also have all the basic 2-hit rules and beam hit rules. Very handy and color-coded, which I did not think I would find it nearly as useful as it actually is. Hermes 2, that's that guy, right? We're going to go ahead and jump him actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All done. All done with movement.
I got the Hermes 2, so we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so he can't shoot anything because he's behind too much woods. My Vindicator could potentially, no, was that level 1 or level 2?
It's level 1.
Okay, could potentially shoot your Cicada. Now the way attacking is resolved, we've been doing it wrong for a very long time, is I declare all my attacks and he declares all his attacks and we then resolve all the attacks. You are not able to change it after the fact. So if I decide that all my guys are attacking his one guy and his guy goes down after my first guy gets off his shots, the other 3 still get all their shots off, expend ammo, accumulate heat, etc.
Yep, and because I lost initiative, I have to declare the first mech to fire. And I will declare my Cicada not shooting at anybody. Surprise, surprise.
Yep. My Vindicator is going to shoot at your Cicada, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're just going to do the PPC.
14 hexes, level 1 woods, and plus
Partial cover.
movement modifier.
And partial cover.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a PPC. I got plenty of ammo for it.
Yep.
Your turn.
I will declare my Hunchback, which surprisingly is not going to shoot at anything.
Yeah, I got 17. Awesome. 2 LRM-15s for my catapult at your Enforcer.
Okey doke.
Actually, wait, no. 18. We're gonna go at the hunchback.
Okay.
And it's on the perfect side too, so if I get any hits at all, increased chance of getting the autocannon. Nothing's gonna blow through this round.
The trebuchet is not going to spend any of his limited ammo on bad to hit chance probability.
Meanwhile, over here, let's see, I got my Clint, cannot shoot anything because he's got a heavy and a light woods hex in front of him. So, yep, that's my round. My catapult and my vindicator are both taking 2 shots. They're both taking a shot.
Okay. And my enforcer will fire a large laser at... I don't think he's in range.
No, he's 17 hexes away from everybody.
So he will fire his large laser into this water hex.
Alright, so I'll do the vindicator first. So we have 1, 2, 3. Heavy woods is +2. That's 4. I walked is 5. Long range is 9. His modifier
+4.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
12's always hit.
We'll see.
That may be a house rule, but the game goes real slow if you can't actually hit anything.
Yeah, so basically I have to roll a 12. If I don't roll a 12, it's not going to hit. And there are allowances for scattered shots in if you have a dedicated game master where I could roll to see which hex around him it misses and possibly start the woods on fire. We're not doing that.
Right, because line of sight weapons somehow dig into the ground.
Oh, so close.
Not good enough.
1 off.
Alright.
No big deal, he's got 16 heat sinks. And now the catapult. 1, 2, 3, oh, it's 18 hexes.
Long range.
Yep. Your guys' modifier to move is what? +2, so that's 3. Long range makes it 7. I ran. Makes it 9. Possible. A little bit of a long shot, but possible. So other arm 15, number 1.
Nope.
Nope, just barely. Number 2. Nope. So yeah, that's your lot.
Alright, I haven't done anything noteworthy enough for heat phase, so... Well, physical attacks. Nobody has any physical attacks.
Just my body odor.
That's why I'm on this side of the table. Heat phase for me is nothing. I don't know if you have anything to calculate.
Nope. His heat is 12. He's got 15 heat sinks. His heat is 11. He's got 16 heat sinks. So we're all good. His heat is 6 from jumping, and I forget how many heat sinks he has. I think he's only got 10. Yep, he's good. So then we start back from the top with initiative. I got 6.
7.
Alright, I move first.
You do.
I got to do a piloting skill roll for him because he entered water. Level 1, I looked it up, according to the latest rules, is -1 modifier.
Okay.
So his piloting skill is 3, so I have to get a 2. Hey, look at that.
Alright.
And I think that's it. Alright, so I move first.
Yes, you do.
Oh, do any of you guys have flamers?
I don't believe so.
I got a guy with the... So this is another thing that you... when you have a flamer on a mech, I have one mech with a flamer. You have the option, both sides have to agree as to whether or not the flamer does damage or does damage as heat. So it could either do 2 damage or it could cause 2 heat. I would prefer it does heat.
Okay.
If I get close enough to use it, I'm in real trouble.
There's only one mech that really generates heat.
Yeah,
and that's the trebuchet.
Yep, trench bucket. I'm going to move my Hermes up here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes.
Those are so handy. I'm so glad I found the print for those. Now, do you have to do piloting skill when you jump into a water hex? I forget. He's got the master rulebook. Now, a battle mech in level 1 water does count as partial cover. As far as I know.
Yes, it does.
So since catapult isn't especially speedy, you can leave it in partial cover and get a similar level of protection as if he was maneuvering. And also not really have to worry about heat as much, because he does have 4 heat sinks in his legs. And for those of you who haven't played this game, each heat sink underwater gives you an additional +1 heat dissipation up to, I think, +6. I think. Yep, it is up to 6.
It doesn't make a distinction between walking and jumping when you enter a hex.
Okay, then we're going to say yes, he needs to have a piloting skill roll. And I don't need this.
It's a -1.
Yep.
For entering level 1 water.
I was seeing if there's a modifier for jumping, but it doesn't look like it.
No.
Alright, so I moved my catapult, moved my Hermes 2, your turn. I'll leave my Vindicator where he is.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he moved 4 hexes.
Alright, I'm going to move my Clint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And so he moved 4 hexes.
Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble getting the trebuchet off of the build plate of my printer. That's why it's so scuffed up on the bottom.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Alright, you declare your first fire first.
I'm going to shoot at your hunchback with my catapult, 2 LRM-15s.
Okay. Let's see here. Range is 2, 4, 6, 7, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Large laser at the Clint
Okay.
from the Enforcer.
Also going to be shooting at your hunchback. Yeah, we're going to do all weapons. 2 medium lasers, 1 AC5.
Hunchback is going to fire 2 medium lasers at the Clint.
Okay. My Vindicator is going to shoot a PPC and an LRM-5 at your Cicada.
Okay. Cicada will fire its medium lasers at the Vindicator.
And my Hermes is going to shoot an AC5 at your hunchback. A little too far away for the medium laser.
And my Trebuchet is going to fire 2 LRM-15s at your Vindicator.
Alright, we're going to do the catapult first against your hunchback. Medium range is +2. That gives me a 3. I jumped.
Gives you a 3?
Yep.
Is your gunnery skill 1?
Yep.
Jesus.
After the modifier it is. It started out as a 2 and a 3 for 2 for gunnery, 3 for piloting, and then with the modifier it's 1 and 2. Okay, so 7 or better. Oh man.
Track that ammo, man.
Yeah, Jesus.
That's 4 shots gone.
Yeah, I'm keeping track.
Unfortunately, that's that much less ammo I can get with you in an ammo explosion.
Gotta use it up fast. I'm gonna do the Clint, also at the hunchback. And so 7 and 9 to hit. 7 for the AC5. Nope, man. 9 for the medium laser. 1 missed. The other one missed. This is the problem I have with dice.
Alright.
Hermes 2, same target. Nope. 1 less on everything.
And your Vindicator. PPC and
1, 2,
LRM-5.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is medium range for both of them, so that's +2. He didn't move.
I have a +3 movement modifier.
So that's for 7. Yes, finally.
I'm going to ask that you not roll dice at mechs. You have all this space.
I didn't try to roll it at your mech. And the Ellerim 5. Also hit.
Okay.
Number of missiles. 6. That gives me 3 missiles.
6 on a 5? Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So the PPC hits.
Head.
You're lucky they decided to put full armor on that head.
Yes, I am. That would have been deep into internal elsewhere. So, roll for critical hit.
If I roll another 12, he's gone.
Nope, nothing.
Alright. And 3 points of damage from missiles to 8. Which is your left torso. However, it does take 1 point of damage and has to roll to stay conscious.
Yep. I believe, is consciousness done at the end phase, or is it done...
I think it's immediate.
Except that it's done after our shooting.
Yes.
So he still gets to act no matter what.
Yep.
So he's taken 1 hit. That is all of your shooting?
That is all of my shooting.
So my cicada has a gunnery skill of 2. You are at long range for my medium lasers. So that is 6. I ran, that is 8. You have no movement modifiers. You are in partial cover, so that's 9.
I wish it would have hit somewhere other than your head.
Miss. I'm happy it hit my head. And miss. I have more armor in my head than anywhere except my center torso.
Yeah.
Alright. Cicada is done. Trebuchet. Walked, +1. Gunnery skill is 1. You are in medium range.
Are you
2,
sure?
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that's +2.
Only just.
That's why I stopped where I stopped. So 1 for my movement, none for yours. That's 2. Medium range is 4. 1 for your partial cover is 5s. Far I've rolled really low.
Same here.
All right. I do not have any heat sinks in my legs, so that's going to be meaningful feat. Well, I'm not in water anyway. So.
No, you're not.
First one hits. Second one hits. All right. How many missiles from the first one? 4.
Not very
15.
many.
That is 6.
All right.
So 5 points of damage to your 6.
Is right torso.
Yep. So 5 points. And second one is 8 on the missiles hits. Which
Well,
is...
don't you have to roll for that?
Oh, 8 is the location, yeah. So that's the other torso.
Left torso, yep. 1 hit.
Alright, so number of missiles on the second one is 9 on a 15, which is 12.
Yep.
So 5 to the 9. To leg.
Left leg.
5 to the 6.
See, right torso again.
Points to the center torso. And the heat on that.
Not enough damage to unseat him, though. Now, that is one thing about the trebuchet. It's got a lot of firepower, but it can't really run and gun.
Like it's 15-ton heavier guy that also has heat sinks in the legs, that also is on the side of the map with all of the water. Yeah.
You could have picked defenders.
No, actually, you said I guess I've got defenders.
Well, yeah, because I rolled the only odd number out of 3.
Large laser onto your Clint.
Yep.
I
Got a +2 to hit.
need 7. Hit. And so large laser is 8 points of damage to your 9. That is a leg.
Yep. 8.
Ah, almost. Back to medium lasers, long range. That's 6 plus his gunnery skill of 2 is 8 plus your movement modifier in terrain is 11s. Miss and miss. All mechs have fired. I will make a consciousness check for my cicada.
Roll a 2. Roll a 2. That That would be amazing.
It did not be amazing.
Damn it. Let's go roll for my catapult. 1 or better.
Which is why are you rolling?
Have it.
Heat.
He should be good on everybody. Hermes walked, fired the AC and the medium laser. No, just the AC, which is only 1 heat, so he's good. Vindicator consumed 1 round of ammo. He fired his LRM-5 and PPC, which is 12 heat, but he didn't move. He's got 16 heat sinks, so he's good. I already covered him. He ran, fired his AC. Yeah, he generated 9 heat. He's got 10 heat sinks. He's good.
Turn 1 recap.
Shots
Sorry,
fired.
turn 1 recap, which we skipped. Shots were fired. I had no return fire. No damage was done. Turn 2, Cicada took a PPC shot to the head, which anywhere else would have potentially crippled the mech. And I took some light damage on my on nothing else because he rolled like crap.
Yep, that happens.
And his Vindicator took some LRM damage from my Trebuchet.
Back to this again.
6 to 4. You move first.
You're going to jump him straight backwards 4 into the Lightwood's hex.
Are his jump jets in his legs?
Good question.
He cannot use the jump jets that are underwater.
Oh, well, gee whiz. We'll just jump him over here then. We'll go 2. He's got 2 jump jets in the center torso.
So he jumped 2.
Yep.
That's a design flaw in that mech. There aren't many, but that's one of them. Heat sinks should go where the jump jets are, and jump jets should go where the heat sinks are.
Yeah. He does have a lot of extra heat sinks. Alright, your turn.
Alright, Cicada. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to do this. I had a plan and you completely screwed it up by moving exactly where you moved. I'm going to hold off on moving him, and I am going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm going to leave my catapult right where he is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. You get to declare your fire first.
Vindicator's going to shoot a PPC, medium laser, and a small laser at your Cicada.
Okay. My Cicada is going to unload into the side of the
Hermes.
Vindicator with the torso twist.
Catapult's going to shoot at the Hunchback with 2 LRM-15s and 4 medium lasers.
The Trebuchet is going to fire 2 LRM-15s at your Vindicator.
And it is going to shoot 2 medium lasers and an autocannon at your Trebuchet.
My Enforcer is going to shoot an autocannon 10 and a large laser at your Vindicator.
Plinth is also going to shoot 2 medium lasers and my Hermes is going to shoot a medium laser and an AC-5 at your Trebuchet.
Okay. And my Hunchback is going to fire 2 medium lasers and an autocannon 20 at your Catapult. And I will resolve my shots first. You did it last time, and all damage is simultaneous. Alright, so we will start with the little Cicada. Movement or terrain modifiers for your Vindicator.
I do have a movement modifier because he jumped.
Jump is +1.
Yep.
Okay, so 1. So that's 3 from my gunnery skill plus your movement modifier. 5 when I add in my movement modifier. So I need 5s with my medium lasers and 7 with my small laser. So first medium laser hits. Second medium laser hits. Small laser hits.
How is everything you're shooting hitting?
My dice are not rounded corner, badly weighted, crappy things. So,
very nice.
5 points of damage from the first medium laser to your center torso. Damage from the second medium laser to your 9, which should be a leg. Damage from the small laser to your center torso. Okay. Next mech on the line is my Enforcer. So range is 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, you have a Lightwoods Hex.
I think he has 2.
Nope.
Just 1?
Nope, just 1 center to center. So you are in medium range for both weapons. It is, my movement is, your movement's 1. So hold on, my gunnery skill is 2. My movement makes it 4. Your movement makes it 5. The Lightwoods makes it 6. Medium range makes it 8. Okay. So 8 for the large laser, miss, and the autocannon 10 hits.
Damn it.
10 points of damage to your 11. It's an arm.
Left arm.
Hunchback is firing 2 medium lasers and an autocannon 20. He ran. You have +1 for your terrain. 2, 4, 6, 8. Long range. So the Hunchback, skill 2.
Should be 8 or better.
Long range makes it 6. My running is 8. So medium laser.
And that 9 for being in partial cover.
So 2, 4, yeah, 9. The first medium laser misses, second medium laser hits, and the autocannon 20 misses.
Yay. Zoom.
So heat 7, 10, 13. Heat sinks 13. He ran, so it's going to be 2. All right. So 5 points of damage to your center torso.
Thanks. Well, not sure which dice I should use. Probably the bigger ones. Yeah, I'm giving up on those dice. You're right. Every time I use them, I roll terribly. Let's see here.
And if anybody cares to understand why those dice roll terribly, put a comment in, and I will explain and link you to why rounded corner dice are the devil.
Alright, so we're going to start with the Vindicator, shooting at the Cicada. Oh, 10 or better. This will be awesome if this hits.
See what happens when you change your dice?
Medium laser is short range, so 8 or better. And that does not hit. And then the small laser is back to 10 or less better.
Oh, I forgot to do my trebuchet, by the way, so we'll go back to that. That was a...
Yeah, those are the ones. Okay.
Yeah, miss.
So, PPC 6.
On the left side.
Yep. And that is the left leg. 10 points.
Roll for critical.
Nope. Lucky.
Given that you statistically and probably crit me, I'm due for some luck. Trebuchet was firing 2 LRMs at your Vindicator. First one...
it doesn't matter what the modifier
doesn't
is.
matter. Well, no. I have a gunnery skill of 1. That's a hit. No, hold on, because you've got a movement modifier. So I ran. That's 3, 4.
Medium range.
2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, medium range.
So 6.
Need a 6. So miss with the first, hit with the second. 4. It's not very many missiles. 6 missiles again. 5 to the 8.
You know what you want about the Vindicators? They definitely built them tough.
Yeah, the Vindicator's got a stupid amount of armor at its tonnage.
Hermes next, which is a medium laser and AC5 at your trebuchet. 8. And so that makes the medium laser 10. Where did I just put those dice? On AC5 first, miss. Medium laser, miss. Okay. On to the cut. 1, 2. Basically the same rolls he walked. So that's +1, that's 3. Medium range for the AC, long range for the medium laser. That's the same. 8 and 10. So AC. Nope.
Those dice are not treating you well either.
9 for medium laser number 1. And 7 for number 2. And onto the catapults at your Hunchback. So 5 for the LRMs and 7 for the mediums.
Ouch.
So LRM 15, number 1. No, damn it. Number 2 hit, okay. 4 miss. So 2 hits.
2 medium lasers and an LRM 15.
Yep, LRM, how many missiles? Not many. I'm gonna guess
5 on a
6.
15 is 9.
Is 7 center torso. Oops. Left arm, 4 points. Medium laser number 1 is 5, which is the right leg. And number 2, 2. Center torso, potential crit. It's interesting.
Yep, this is where you roll 12. Nope, nothing.
By the skin of your teeth.
Odds are actually working in my favor with the critical hits. Because normally it's like, oh yeah, I have a potential critical. Oh, 6 criticals.
3 engine hits. You've got roll to stay upright. +1. So 3 or better.
The Vindicator's a 1-2.
No. 2, 3.
+1 for 20 points of damage.
Oh, so 4 better, my bad.
Yeah, I think you're still okay. I can't see the dice from here.
We rolled 7.
Yeah. Right, initiative time. 6.
12.
Means I have to move first. 12. Ba-doop.
Okay.
5, huh?
Yeah, he can jump 6 actually. Piloting skill later, but you know.
Jump 3.
Smeared a little bit of paint.
Declare my fires first.
Why don't you, instead of going back and forth, why don't you just declare all yours and I declare all mine?
Well, the reason you go back and forth is so you can make a determination as to, oh, they're targeting everything on this. You know, that means he's going to overheat, so I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing. There's small potential tactical advantages and why the loser of initiative does everything first. Autocannon 20 and 2 medium lasers onto your Vindicator from the Hunchback.
Hermes is going to shoot an AC-5, a medium laser, and a flamer at your trebuchet.
Okay. The trebuchet is going to fire 3 medium lasers at the Vindicator.
Okay. Indicator is going to shoot PPC, an LRM-5, and a medium laser at your Cicada.
The Enforcer is going to fire an autocannon 10 and a large laser at your Vindicator.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. It is also going to shoot at your trebuchet with an AC-5 and 2 mediums.
And my Cicada is going to torso twist and fire 2 medium lasers at your Vindicator. This is my new front arc. So 1 medium laser at your Vindicator, and we'll fire the other one at your Catapult.
Okay.
Take the secondary target penalty against Catapult.
And speaking of which, shoot 2 LM-15s and 4 mediums at your Hunchback.
Okay.
Which will leave him with a relatively high heat, but he'll be alright. 2 medium lasers and 2 LM-15s.
Okay.
So that will give me 5 heat.
All right. Before we move to shooting, you have a piloting skill roll to check for jumping into the water. Don't roll a 2.
Yeah.
You rolled a 3. What is his?
It's 2 minus 1 for.
His piloting skill is 2.
Or 3. It's 3 minus 1.
Okay.
So it's
Just making sure.
have to roll a 2.
Just making sure. Okay. I'm pretty positive that was a Chris Jasky painted Dorado Dreadnought from Epic Warhammer 40k Space Marine.
Yeah, I think it's tiny, but he fits perfectly.
Okay. This is actually a Contemptor or a robot. This is interesting.
Alright.
That's almost as old as BattleTech. That mini right there was produced in '89 probably.
I'm going to go ahead and do the catapult first.
Okay. 2 LRMs, 2 medium lasers at my hunchback.
Yep. LRMs are right at minimum range, so it's +1, which gives me a 2. Your movement modifier is a 2, which gives me a 4.
You jumped.
Which is a 7.
Yep.
So 7 for the LRMs and 9 for the 2 mediums.
Okay.
LRM number 1 misses. Number 2 misses, of course. Medium laser number 1 misses. And number 2 also misses. Everything misses.
Keep rolling through your team.
We'll do the Vindicator next. It is, let's see here, short range for the LRM and the PPC, right at minimum range for the LRM.
And you are firing into the right side.
Yeah, I think so. Medium laser range for the medium laser, short range for the PPC, minimum for the LRM. So I'll do the PPC first. I ran, which is 7 for the PPC, 8 for the LRM, 9 for the medium.
PPC?
Nope. 8 for the LRM.
Nope.
Nope. And 9 for the medium. I'm going back to those other dice.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on with your dice tonight. But that's pretty miserable.
Yeah. Let's do the old school white and black dice. You know what? They're good enough for me when I was a kid.
I'm going to sit here on my 5 Vegas dice and not share.
Clint and Trebuchet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is short range for the autocannon, medium range for the 2 mediums. 7 for the AC, 9 for the 2 mediums.
Okay.
So AC first.
Nope.
Nope. Medium number 1. Nope. Medium number 2. Hey, finally something hits.
There we go.
We're at
10. It's a leg, arm, left arm.
Alright, so minimum range with the AC is +1, that's 3. He ran is 5, your guys' movement modifier is 2, which makes it 7. Medium laser first at 6, the autocannon next at 7, and then the flamer last at 10. So medium laser, this, autocannon 5, this, we're rolling higher numbers at least, and then the flamer. Never mind. All logic goes out the window.
Alright.
I can't roll high numbers to save my life. Quite literally.
Well, unfortunately, it's not your real life you're saving. Alright. I will start just going through my pile of sheets here. Trebuchet into the Vindicator, 3 medium lasers, medium range, 6s with the medium lasers.
Okay.
Hit. Miss. And hit. So, this is to the right side, 5 points of damage to the center, the right torso.
Okay.
And 5 points of damage to the 5 on the right side. Vindicator, autocannon 10, and large laser. Range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Medium range for both. Autocannon, miss. Large laser, hit. 8 points of damage to the 8 on the right side.
That is the center torso.
Okay. Alright, next up is the Hunchback. Hunchback is medium range, 2 medium lasers, and an autocannon 10. He ran
20.
Autocannon 20. Hit.
Damn it.
Medium laser, miss. Medium laser, miss. So 20 points of damage on the right side to the 8 with the center torso.
Yeah, he's dead.
Bye-bye. I will salvage you, I promise.
Yeah. It'd be cool if I could hit something.
So one of the cicadas medium lasers is fired meaninglessly. The other one is fired at long range. Range is 8. I need 10 for my medium laser. 11 because you're secondary target. Hit. 5 points of damage to the 5. And that is right. That's front.
Yeah. Well, this isn't going good at all.
Alright.
Maybe next round I can hit something.
Heat phase. Nobody else took 20 or more points of damage. I mean, I get not having heat sinks in your legs when you need torso space for weapons in an assault mech, but
7 for initiative. So to recap, I just lost my Vindicator, which is my heaviest hitting medium mech, and he basically took no damage.
well, that's what happens when you have 4 mechs continuously firing on the same mech over and over again, and one of the hits you happen to land is an autocannon 20. I have to move first, and one of my movement turns I have to move 2 mechs. Right, so this will be easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right into my trap. Jump 4. So he moved 5.
I remember to do this as we go.
Yes. I have to move both. So.
You've only got one more.
Yeah, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Going to punch him.
You declare that after shooting phase.
Oh, okay.
The only physical attack you declare during movement is charge and death from above.
What does charging do for damage anyway?
Your mech's tonnage divided by 5 times the number of hexes you move. Well, your mech's tonnage divided by 10 times the number of hexes you move. I'd have to look it up. I never charge.
Okay, well then we'll settle with punching later.
Alright. I have to declare targets. Hunchback is going to unload everything, including the small laser, into your catapult.
Mm-hmm. My Clint is going to shoot. He's going to shoot medium lasers, 2 medium lasers, and an AC-5 at your Hunchback.
Okay.
Or no. Wait, hold on, what's it? He has become Death, the destroyer of worlds. I'm pretty sure I could hide a whole mini in his fuzz.
Very possibly.
Oh, I almost forgot my beer.
Bye-bye, Murdoch. My trebuchet is going to fire 2 LRM-15s on your catapult.
Mm-hmm.
And my enforcer is going to fire, because I have to declare 2 at a time, is going to fire both his weapons at your catapult.
Okay. He is just going to shoot 4 medium lasers at your Hunchback. And my Hermes is going to shoot an AC-5, medium laser, and a flamer into the back of your trebuchet.
Okay. So let's. And my cicada is going to torso twist and fire 1 medium laser into your catapult.
Okay.
All right. So we will start with the enforcer, who is ignoring your Clint. 8. Large laser. Miss. Autocannon 10. Miss. And my heat is going to jump. So I jumped 4. All right. Next up is my Hunchback. I'm going to go down the sheets here. Trebuchet. 2 LRM-15s. So first LRM hits. Second LRM hits. First LRM hits with all 15 missiles. 5 points of damage to the center torso.
I'm still getting the sheet out.
5 points of damage to the center torso. 5 points of damage to the 11, which is the left arm.
5. Now you're going to roll a 2 on the second LRM.
Second LRM, 8, which is 9 missiles. 5 points of damage to the 10.
This is the left arm again.
And 4. 4 missiles to the 4.
Right arm. For a potential critical on the left arm. I don't think you're quite that lucky.
Yes, I am.
1 hit.
Okay.
Basically just roll 1 die. He's only got 1 hit column's worth of stuff there. And you hit the upper arm.
Upper arm. So -1 to hit with that sucker. That arm starting next turn. Next mech that fires is the Hunchback. So he is firing, including his small laser, because I said everything. Autocannon 20, short range. It's 2. I ran, that's 4. You have 1 for your woods is 5. And 7 for the medium, 9 for the medium laser for your long range. Hits. Medium laser.
If the catapult
Hits.
goes down this turn, I'm conceding.
Well, that's how it works. Medium laser hits and small laser misses. 20 points of damage to the 6 right torso.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay. 5 points of damage to the 5 right leg.
5.
And 5 points of damage to the center torso. Okay, and I roll for a crit on the right?
Yep.
No.
Nope. Alright. You have your...
Cicada.
Yep.
He's torso twisting to get 1 medium laser.
Plus 1.
Fives. Hits. 5 points of damage to your 5 right arm.
4, 5.
Oh, almost. There's almost no armor except in
No.
the left torso?
Left torso and the head.
Yeah, well, I don't care about the head. Left torso, on the other hand.
Luckily, the right torso's ammo has been depleted.
Oh, you take your ammo from one torso at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Good plan.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a second autocannon shot, and 7. Plus 7 is 14. He ran 16. It's 3 heat. That takes him to 5. Cicada doesn't do anything. The Enforcer I already did. Trebuchet. It's 2 to where he's at. That takes him to 4.
4 medium lasers at your hunchback, short range. I walked, plus 1 is 2. Your movement modifier is plus 2,
Yep.
so 4.
Okay.
I better freaking hit something. First one hits.
Yep.
Second one's not. Third one hits. And fourth one does not. Holy fuck. So hit number 1, head, 5 points.
Okay.
Hit number 2 is 3. That is your right arm.
Right arm.
That's what I mean. Like, how do I roll 2s so often?
I can't explain your dice luck tonight, man. Alright.
Hermes 2 to the back of your trebuchet. Your guys' movement modifier is another 2, so that's 8 for the autocannon and 6 for the medium laser and flamer. So autocannon first. Hit. Finally. Medium laser. Did not hit. Flamer. Hit.
2 heat from the flamer.
AC 5. 3. That is the right arm. 5 points.
Okay.
And lastly, the clint at your hunchback. AC 5, 2 mediums.
Left side.
Alright, so 6 for the AC 5 first. Miss. Medium.
Hit.
Hit 1. Second medium. Hit.
Alright. You hit the 20-point damage threshold on my hunt.
66%. We're getting there. Medium number 1 hit 10 on your left side, which is the left arm. No, wait, right arm.
Oh, right arm, because it's left side.
It is 9, which is your right torso. That is everybody.
Alright, so your catapult took 20 plus points of damage, my hunchback took 20 plus points of damage, and a head hit. So consciousness roll. He's happy with a 5. And
Piloting plus 1.
piloting, he's happy with a 6.
These pens are nice, or pencils are nice.
Not bad. Got a lot of spare erasers too.
So he's down to 2 heat. He's got to roll to stay up. So I need a 3. And he's good. And for those of you at home, yes, I have failed that before. I'm kind of amazed that I haven't failed that tonight at the rate I'm going.
Alright, it's initiative time.
10,
9,
8,
7, 6, 5, 4.
The little guy that's standing on top of the weapons depot, the weapons tank, is very disappointed right now.
Lift off.
Alright, you go first.
Does the Clint have jump jets? Does the Clint have jump jets?
Yeah.
Does the Hermes have jump jets?
No. The Hermes is just fast.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more hex back because he's got a heat problem.
2.
Oh, did you want to punch with him?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's do the physical attacks.
I'm glad you're being so forgiving with that.
Yep.
Punching. Oh wait, no, because I fired the weapons on all arms, so I can't
Then you
punch.
can't.
I could kick. Would you allow that as a substitute, or is it too late?
Yeah, you can kick.
Okay.
And let's see, that means I could torso twist and punch with my left arm.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair game.
Because I don't have a medium laser there, so. Alright, so you can kick me. Go ahead.
Alright.
Make your piloting skill for a kick.
So 7 minus 2, 5, so I have to get a 5 to kick you.
Yep.
Hey, you got it.
Alright, so you do damage equal to your tonnage divided by 5.
5, I think, so that's 10. Is he a 50 tonner?
No.
Thought he was.
Hermes is light mech.
40 tonners.
40 tonner, so 8 points of damage.
Yep. 2. Single die. 2 is your right leg.
And he gets a punch.
So plus 4 on your gunnery or piloting, which is 2, so that's a 6.
So your tonnage divided by 5 is 8, so you do 8 points of damage, right?
Yep.
And it's single location.
And then punching is divided by 10, I think.
Yes.
Rounded down or up? I think rounded up.
We'll look it up. I'm 50 ton mech, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 6. Miss. And punching, unlike kicking, doesn't cause you to fail a piloting check and fall over.
Nope.
Okay.
You just whiff it and look kind of stupid.
Yep. Alright, so you can finish your move.
Alright. What was I doing?
Okay. Alright, anyway. I have to declare shooting.
Yep.
Trebuchet is going to LRM the hell out of your catapult.
Catastropult.
Catastropult. And because I'm going to declare 2 at the same time, the cicada will torso twist and fire everything into the Clint. What you got?
Oh, my Hermes is going to shoot in the back of your trebuchet again with everything. Clint is going to...
we alternate here. I have to do 2 because I outnumber you.
Oh, that's right. Hermes is going to shoot in the back of your trebuchet with everything, for starters.
Okay. The hunchback is going to torso twist and unload on the catapult. 2 medium lasers and a autocannon 20.
Mm-hmm. He's going to shoot everything at your cicada.
Okay. The enforcer is going to torso twist and fire everything at the catapult.
Go figure.
Everything including the small laser.
Catapult's going to shoot everything.
That's not like your catapult's likely to survive this turn.
Probably not.
Could get lucky. Bad dice, hitting a lot of leg hits, stuff like that. Although before we go ahead, keep going.
That's it.
All right. So make your piloting skill roll check for jumping into water. Don't roll a 2. Oh no, he's got the piloting skill too.
So it's got to be a 1.
Yeah, you can't fail.
Yeah, you can. If I just roll and die.
Yeah.
That does not bode well.
Well, maybe you got it out of the dice system. All right. It is your turn to go through the shooting phase first.
Yeah.
Because you're rolling this way.
Medium laser number 1 hits.
It's gonna hurt, bud.
That's the idea. LRM 15 number 1. How many? 9. That gives me
12.
Yep. So first 5. 10 on
Which
your
is
left side.
right arm.
On your left side?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, right arm. 5 points.
Okay.
Next 5 is 8,
Right,
which
center
is your center
torso.
torso. And then 2 to 9, which is your right torso. Second LRM, how many hit? Not many.
4 is 9.
Yeah. No,
Sorry,
6.
6.
So 5 points. So 3 medium lasers.
Yep.
Number 1. 10, which is your right arm, 5 points. 11, which is your right leg, 5. And then 11 again, another 5 points.
Roll for critical on the right arm.
Yeah, not much worth hitting there, but you know. I'll take
Medium
it.
laser.
Finally, started pulling his weight.
And 9 is just a +1 modifier to fire, -1 movement point. That's pretty negligible when your gunnery skill's 1. -3, -1 at 3, -2 at 2, -3 at 1.
Oh, so 6 and 9. So we'll do the harder hit first. Nope. And then medium laser number 1. First one, 7 on your left side.
Left torso.
Yep. And number 2 is 7 again. 2 separate crit rolls.
And this is where the rules get interesting because I believe we have to check to make sure that you actually get both of those rolls. They may, because I have nothing in there, move into my center torso. This is one of the changes to the rules. Critical hits, critical damage, 29, 30, 53. 29, 30, that's not right, that can't be right. Critical damage, 29, 30, critical damage. That's lagging gyro. So we're looking at damage.
Try critical hits.
We'll look at 41 first. Transfer criticals. All the possible slots in the damage location took critical hits in previous phases, or if no items in the location can be affected by critical hits, the critical transfer hit transfers to the next location per the damage transfer diagram. So my cicada,
Has nothing
in
in
its
the
left torso, has a medium laser.
So if that gets destroyed, so assuming I get a critical hit, it's just automatically gone,
And then any excess hits go into the center torso.
which would be awesome.
Yes.
Even though that's like the low-hanging fruit as far as killing the mech goes, it's
Yes.
still mech off the table.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll see. Potential number 1? No.
Potential number 2.
Yes. 2, I think. Or-
9 is still 1 hit.
okay.
And so I have to apologize. I, for some reason, assumed that Cicada's weapons were in the arms and they're in the torsos. Might have resulted in a medium laser hit somewhere that shouldn't have happened. Maybe at some point, but...
Alright, guys, if you see the camera shake, there's a string attached to the tripod that his kitten is playing with.
Yay, kitten. The kitten is separate from the cat that was on the table earlier.
I pointed at him, he ran.
Didn't run that far. Hey, Peanut. There, he's skittering. Alright,
So that's done.
and now you're shooting into the back of my trebuchet.
Yep. Hermes. AC 5 is at minimum range, that's +1. Long range for the flamers, +4.
And then you're -1 on the AC5 because of minimum range.
I said that.
Okay.
The autocannon first, 5 or better. Hit. Medium laser at 4 or better. Hit. Flamer at 8 or better. Hit.
Alright, so the heat goes up by 2.
AC 5. 10. That is the left arm.
Okay.
And the medium laser is 7, center torso rear. That's it for everybody, as a matter of fact.
Alright, so I will start firing with the trebuchet. Getting close to running out of ammo here.
Yeah,
I'm halfway through my ammo.
same here.
Okay, so that's 10, 11, 13 heat this turn, 10 heat sinks. That's going to knock my heat up to 9. Thanks.
That was
I'd only be at 5 if you didn't have 2 flamer hits in a row. Alright,
kind
so
of my plan.
but I'm not at 9 yet, so I don't have a +1 modifier to fire. So, range to your catapult, 2, 4, 6, 7. Minimum range, no modifiers.
No minimum range, just short range.
Just short range. So, short range, +1 for my movement takes me to 2. +1 for your cover takes me to 3.
+3 for my...
You move 3 to 4, that's +1, and then +1 for jumping is 2. Jumping adds 1. 3 to 4 is a +1 modifier, jumping adds 1. So it's a total of 3 for movement in your terrain. 4 for mine. I need 5s to hit you. Gunnery skill 1. +4 modifier. 3 for you, 1 for me.
And it's gone.
I have spares. Miss and hit. How many missiles hit? This matters.
Roll a 2.
How about a 10 for
No.
12 missiles?
I don't like it.
Alright, 5 points of damage to the center torso.
Hey, I have
5 points of damage to the center torso.
has not been hit yet.
That was the spot that had armor left. Alright, so 2 potential criticals.
Yep.
So first one, yes, 2 crits. First table,
I thought it was just 9, or just 1. What did you...
10.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 9.
No, rolled 10, 6 and 4.
First table, number 2 is an engine hit.
That's heat. Second critical is first table 3.
Another engine hit.
That's a lot more heat. He's making a shutdown roll at the end of the turn.
Yep.
Alright.
You got one more critical roll.
Oh. Yes, 1.
Third engine hit and I'm toast.
First table 4.
Gyro.
That's going to make your piloting skill a lot of fun.
That one I'm not so worried about. Since his piloting skill is 2.
Yeah, but you've taken 20 points of damage, you've got a gyro hit. I think a gyro
Plus
hit.
3.
Yeah.
So I have to roll...
It's meaningful.
I have to roll a 6.
Yeah, it's meaningful.
There you go.
Alright.
Again, assuming he makes it that far. Because it ain't looking good.
Alright. So, next up is the Hunchback. Firing into the catapult. 2 medium lasers and whatever. I'm at medium range.
Yep.
I did not move. Your terrain is 3. That's 5s. Autocannon 20 hits. Medium laser hits and medium laser
Hits.
I need 7s actually. So I hit with 1 medium laser. I don't remember what I hit with the autocannon 20.
Yeah.
I don't recall if the second medium laser hits. We'll say no.
Okay.
I don't remember what number I rolled. So 20 points of damage to the 5. 1 medium laser hit to the 11. That's left arm. Okay, so I'm going to roll for a critical hit on the leg. No. And on the arm. Blow off. Take that into account?
I don't think we did.
Whatever.
What I've been rolling, I think is fair.
Yeah. And I may have had an extra shot with a medium laser somewhere, so. Alright. So the Enforcer, everything's at short range. I walked. You have +3, so that's +4. I need 6s. Everything.
Yep.
So autocannon 10 hits. Large laser hits. Small laser misses.
Oh, thank God for that.
10 points of damage to the 4.
Right arm. It's gone.
They only have 10 internal structure points?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll bite you on kneecaps off.
So here's an interesting thing because the damage transfer, if the large laser hits either arm, that could get funky. Large laser hits the 8, which is the left torso.
Hey, I got armor there.
Yep. And the cicada is going to shoot 3 weapons into your Clint.
Can't.
He's torso twisting.
They're torso mounted, remember?
Yes, torso twisting takes the whole torso.
Oh, wait, yeah. Derf.
It's the arm that...
Yep, I got it. That's okay.
Alright, so...
why doesn't he have the weapons mounted in the arm? That is so freaking weird. I always thought that too. That's why I didn't even question it.
And I didn't realize it until I was looking at the critical hit
He's got fucking arms. Why would you not put weapons in there? Especially because they can turn around backwards.
Because you only have 4 points of armor there?
I guess. If he's doing his job right, he's not getting hit, but whatever.
Alright, so I've got a +2 movement modifier. What's yours?
+1.
So 4 5s. 5s to hit. Medium laser hits. Medium laser hits. Small laser hits.
I'm so sad to see you go.
Alright, so this is on the Clint, which I don't think I've shot at yet.
Yeah, you have.
No, have I?
Yep.
Okay, so 5 points of damage to the 11 left arm. 5 points of damage to the 9 left leg. And 3 points of damage to the 6 right torso. Nope, 2 crits though. 10. So,
Jump jet.
okay. And hip actuator. That's the good one to get.
An ammo explosion on 4 better. Okay, no ammo explosion.
The look on your face.
Shutdowns to avoid 6 or better. Alright, he's not shut down. We gotta stay standing up. He's gotta roll 6 or better. And he's good.
Alright. Your heat's not coming down anytime soon.
There, mind you, but whatever.
I'm not shooting.
I have to stand there anyway for what I'm going to do next, which takes place after the initiative.
Oh, were you getting to physical combat?
No, I'm going to dump my ammo. Both launchers are blown off. Then I won't have to worry about the ammo explosion thing.
Alright, so physical attack phase though. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I can't kick you because I'm in level 1 water.
My skater can punch you. You're Clint.
Yeah, how?
He has no arms.
I think you have to have lower arm actuators to be able to punch.
Oh, that's fine. What actuators does Cicada have? Yeah, it doesn't have any
Shoulder
lower.
and upper arm.
Why in the fuck don't you keep all of the actuators to absorb critical hits?
Right?
This is like
if there's no weapons in the arms, I mean,
stupid cicadas.
It was designed by Capellans on drugs.
Is it a Capellan mech?
Pretty sure.
Punch attacks.
Might be Combine actually.
Punch attacks.
Didn't used to be, but it is now.
Cannot punch using its arm or fire weapons in the arm, but may not do both. Weapons mounted on the torso, legs, or head may be fired in the same turn as a punch attack is made without affecting the punch. All punch attacks must be made against targets in the attacking mech's forward or side firing arcs. The target is in the right or left arc, only the left or right arm respectively may punch. So you're in my left arc, because torso twists don't count for punching.
Alright.
See modified hit numbers, page 144 to determine the target number to hit for an attack. Cannot make a punch attack using a shoulder actuator that has suffered critical damage. Likewise, any arm actuator damage on the punching arm makes success more difficult and reduces the damage inflicted. Has nothing to do with not present, only damaged ones. Hold on. Reduce damage by half for each upper or lower arm actuator damaged or not present, with these effects being cumulative.
Okay.
In other words, if both arm actuators are missing or damaged, reduce the attack to 1/4. So, not having a lower arm actuator, his damage is half. So he's going to do 2 points of damage if he hits.
I mean, shoot your shot, I guess.
Yep. Punching.
No.
Can't punch a target who's a level below me with the enforcer. Nobody else is in close range, and your Clint fired arm-mounted weapons.
Yeah, and I can't punch you at all.
You can kick.
No, I can't because I'm a level below you.
I'm not.
He can kick you.
Yeah, you're Clint.
Yeah, sure, why not? 4 points of damage. 8 points.
So, leg falls off.
You fall down automatically. So falling damage.
Oh, he has to roll to avoid taking damage from a fall.
Right. Well, yeah. Attempt falling damage and.
Alright, so leg destroyed, automatic fall. Subnote 3. Modifier for destroying a leg is +5 when making piloting skill to avoid damaging the mech warrior during an automatic fall. Modifier for a destroyed leg is +5 when making a piloting skill roll to avoid damaging the mech warrior. So, you lose a leg on an automatic fall, you have a +5 to your avoid mech warrior damage roll.
Yikes.
So,
he's going to get bounced around in there a little bit.
He gets bounced around. So he's going to take that, and he's going to take 4 points of falling damage. So what is his facing on the fall? 6. I think it's on his back.
I think so too.
After a fall, facing after a fall.
So
and it doesn't matter because after a mech falls, they always go prone, face down.
Yep. So his hit location is going to be on his left side.
Okay.
So just roll against that for falling damage.
So
6 on the left side is the left leg,
which doesn't exist, which goes to left torso, which blows off. So he is basically a
Purple.
He's a right leg and right torso and right armed mech. 2 internal structure points in his head.
And he's got to roll to stay conscious.
And that's his second hit.
So he's got to do a 5 or better.
Nope.
He's out. Actually, never seen that happen in a game before. Because I don't know how long he's out for.
I'll have to look that up later. Okay. It is initiative time because we already did the heat.
Well, certain, but he's still got a lot of his weapons left.
And you're going first.
Yes.
Consciousness rolls. I haven't had a mech warrior lose consciousness in a functional mech in a long time.
I've never had it happen.
Rolls recovering, page 42. So there is a way to recover.
Yeah, I know there's either a certain time period has passed and he rolls to regain consciousness, or it's automatic. I don't remember which.
Recovering. During the end phase, roll 2d6. If it's greater than equal to the consciousness number for current damage, they gain.
Okay.
And you don't need to roll again until they take new damage.
So he's out for 1 turn.
He's out.
Bare minimum.
Yep, I would roll that at the end of this next turn.
Alright.
Alright. So
You move first.
he's also jumping in there to cool down.
Does he have heat sinks in his legs?
That may be a... No, his jump jets are in his legs. That would be dumb.
I should have just let you do it.
He's just backing up 2 to get out of charge, jump, annoying range, whatever he can of the Clint. As much as he can and still maintain optimal weapons. This 2 cost. There's some back punch.
Game is moving pretty quick.
Yep. Yep. All piloting skill rolls are at a +2. Did he take 20 points of damage?
No.
Okay. Mech's walking MP is cut in half.
Oof.
Round up.
So he is now as fast as an Atlas.
Add a +2 modifier to any piloting skill scrolls. After hit critical hit, ignore all modifiers from previous critical hits to the leg.
Oh,
So this means it's possible for a mech's performance to improve after a hit critical hit if it had suffered previous critical damage to the same leg.
Task failed successfully.
So, all right. I moved 1. You moved 1. I moved 2. Your turn to move 2.
Alright.
I hold on a second. I think I have to adjust heat here because I don't think I did last turn.
Still got a little fight left in him.
He's nothing.
You know, a lot, but...
Enforcer fired everything.
So this is done in the movement phase. My catapult is dumping the rest of his LRM ammo. And that is done in the movement phase because he cannot move while he's dumping ammo.
Does he still get to shoot?
Yep, he still gets to shoot. And his ammo is not considered dumped until after the end of the turn. Definitely not living through.
Maybe. All right. And then you've got your Hermes.
Oh yeah. Keep forgetting about him.
Because you'd already declared your catapult.
He is the only one that has not taken any damage, and he almost has as much armor as the catapult has.
Which isn't saying much.
No, the catapult has armor just slightly better than a 40-ton mech.
And most of it's on the back and head.
Yeah.
Actually, the Hermes has got really good armor,
1,
hasn't it?
2, 3, 4, 5. His aren't.
All right.
So at the end of this, I'm going to try kicking again.
All right. Well, I am going to declare my fires.
Okay.
The Hunchback is going to fire to finish off your catapult.
Yep.
Your turn.
Well, my catapult's going to shoot 4 medium lasers at your Hunchback.
Okay.
Both go down in a blaze of glory.
Hunchback's not that badly damaged. His armor damage has been pretty spread out.
Yeah.
Except on his
He
arm.
might be at the end of this. We'll see.
The Enforcer is going to torso twist and shoot the fuck out of your Clint.
Clint is also going to shoot the Hunchback with AC 5 and a medium laser, or 2 medium lasers.
And the Trebuchet is going to
forgot.
Actually, I would like to revise my hunchback. My hunchback's going to go after the Clint. The trebuchet is going to go after the catapult.
Okay.
And the trebuchet is actually going to fire everything.
Can he? 1, 2. So if that flamer hits again.
Not worried about it.
If I can take out...
I have a chance.
If I can get extremely lucky and take out your hunchback and your trebuchet gets disabled in this turn.
I should be able to kill both your Clint and your catapult this turn.
We'll see. Hermes is again unloading into the back of your...
Yeah. Alright, it's my turn to resolve fire first.
Yep.
So we will start with the hunchback.
The pilot comes to and there's just a bunch of smoldering wreckages on the field.
That may be how I end up winning. It's the cicada peg legs it off the battlefield.
Man, I hope not.
Does the Clint have any of his jump jets in his legs?
Mm-hmm.
And he was still able to jump 5?
Yep. And you took out 1 jump jet, you had the maximum of 6.
Okay. Alright. So hunchback, cannon 20, I ran, you have terrain, that's 3, need 5s. And then 7 with the 7 with the medium laser.
+3 to jump, +4 for partial cover.
I'm sorry, yeah, I'm
so
firing at him.
he's got a total of +4.
Total of +4. I've got +2, that's 6, and your medium range, that's 8. So 8, miss, medium laser, miss, and medium laser, hit.
Yay.
5 points of damage to the center torso.
He hasn't taken damage there yet. I can live with that, quite literally.
Enforcer into your Clint. I walked.
+1, minus +4, so that's 5, 7s.
8 because of my heat modifier. Autocannon 10, miss, large laser, miss, small laser, miss. And I just spiked
No,
one.
your small laser hit.
No, yeah. So 3 points of damage to your 4.
Turn.
And the trebuchet, everything into the catapult.
This is going to be the bad one.
Okay, I walked. You have 2, 4, 6, 7. You're at perfect range.
Yep, so short range for the LRMs, long for the mediums.
Yep.
Partial covers +1, so...
+2. I need 3s and...
What about your heat modifier?
7s. His heat modifier... I need 4s and 8s.
Advantage I can get.
Alright, LRM. Hit. Medium laser. Hit. Medium laser. Hit.
Yeah, see, I can't roll
Medium
like that.
laser. Hit. How many missiles in the first 15? All
All of them.
15. 5 points to the 10, which is left arm, which
Yep.
goes to left torso. Next 5 is to the left torso. Last left arm, or last one is center torso. Last 5. Okay, roll for crit on the left torso. Right? Did I penetrate?
Yep.
1 crit
Oh.
with an 8.
Alright, first column only.
5.
Nope, roll again.
6.
Again.
3.
Medium laser.
Okay. LRM, oh, and center torso crit. No. Alright, second LRM hits with 6 missiles.
It's better.
Sorry, 5 missiles.
I like that.
I don't even get to 6. So 5 points of damage to the 5, which is right leg, which doesn't do anything because you're cover.
2.
Nothing.
Oh,
You're in the water. You're in the water. Your legs can't be hit.
Yeah, they can. They can still take damage. You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, right, because they updated it from using the punch location table.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. First medium laser to the 4.
Right arm. Right torso.
Medium laser to the 6. Left torso.
Right torso.
Right torso again.
Which is now gone.
Okay.
No ammo there.
And last medium laser, the 11.
Left arm, left torso.
So,
10-foot crit, left and center.
so the hit to the right torso is that you said there's no ammo there, but there's still other stuff.
Yeah, but it's gone.
It's
Lost
gone.
2 jump jets and medium laser.
Okay. And then I got 1 point into the center torso.
Yep, you got Potential crits for left and center.
Alright, so center. Yes, 2 crits. Second table, 3. Engine.
He's gone.
Okay.
We'll see how things shake out after this turn, but if I don't take it down at least 1 mech, I'm conceding. Okay. So we're doing the 4 medium lasers against your hunchback. I didn't move. Your guys' movement modifiers +1. That gives me a 2. +3 for heat is 5. Misses. Second one hits. Third one misses. Jesus. Fourth one hits. So 1. 5 damage to 5, which is, I keep covering up the hit table. The right leg.
He has no armor left in the right leg.
And 5 damage to 8, which is the left torso.
That's clean, or was.
Let's see, the Clint is next. AC 5 and 2 mediums. Short range for the AC, medium range for the mediums. He jumped is +3, that's 5. So 6 for the 6 for the AC and 8 for the mediums. AC 5 hits. Medium 1 misses. Medium 2 hits.
Okay.
AC 5 hits. 5.
5 is the right leg.
Yep. And the medium laser. 7. 8. No, 7.
Center torso.
Yep. 5 points.
Roll for crit on the right leg.
Give me a 12.
Nope. 1 critical.
+3 for the autocannon. He ran. +2 is 4. So 7 for the autocannon, 8 for the autocannon, and 5 for the medium laser and the flamer.
Nope. He's good.
Alright,
And the cicada pilot's still unconscious. Oh wait, no, he wakes up.
I'm calling it. Fucking dice.
Your two heaviest mechs are toast. Your Clint is in bad shape. And your Hermes is undamaged because I haven't bothered to shoot at it.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a whole lot of... He does less damage than the Clint does.
Well, that's because he's got 1 less medium laser.
The flamer was useful, but I got to it too late in the game.
No, every turn it was possible to use it, you used it on the 1 target it was useful against.
I know, but I used it. It was too late in the game for it to make much of an appreciable difference.
Well, that's the problem with only a single flamer being used for heat.
Yeah.
So it makes the fire starter terrifying, and not much else with a flamer terrifying.
So there you have it, folks. That's the game in a nutshell. Kind of a speed run. So if you want to play a fast game, subtract 1 from the base pilot and gunnery skills of your pilots, and yeah, you'll breeze through it pretty quick. Also, buy reputable dice.
And I roll a 2.
So, once again, I'm Caboose. This is
I'm WarpAngel.
And thanks for watching.